Gaming is absolutely our favourite thing to do at any time of the year, but during the festive season, when the lights are twinkling, the sleigh bells are ringing, and the mulled wine is mulling, it just becomes that little bit more special, you know? There's nothing quite like getting home from a busy day, shutting out the chilly air, turning on the Christmas tree lights, and getting under the blanket on the sofa for an evening of cozy gaming. But wait, isn't Christmas supposed to be a time to spend with family and friends, entertaining guests and being grateful for our loved ones? Well, I'm sure I had another controller around here somewhere. Yes, that's right. For this video, we're aiming to enable you, dear viewer, to have your Christmas cake and eat it by suggesting a host of delectable couch co-op experiences so that you neither have to play alone this year nor not play at all and go and answer questions like, "So how are you getting on at university?" "I'm 32, Aunt Susie." There are no 10 Lords a Leaping here. 10 games for playing is much more our thing when it comes to spreading seasonal cheer, and luckily for you, we've got plenty to go around. So let's all snuggle up on the sofa together, and I'll show you some video games to keep you and the family occupied over the festive period. Just try not to get sticky mince pie filling on my thumbsticks, alright? I'm Peter from TripleJump, and here are 10 brilliant couch co-op games to play with the family this Christmas. Number 10. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. We begin our list with something new and shiny from this holiday season, Nintendo's Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This modern 2D Mario game has been delighting reviewers since its October release, thanks to its fantastic visuals, great level design, and irresistible classic gameplay, really delivering that wonder promised by the title. But best of all, for those who fancy a bit of wintry couch co-op, is that the whole game can be played through with up to 4 players, making for some hectic elephant-centric Goomba-stomping fun. Iconic and crowd-pleasing characters like Mario, Luigi, Peach, and more fill out the playable roster, so the whole family should be able to find a character that resonates with them. And younger or less skilled players can pick Yoshi or the nefarious thieving rabbit Nabbit and enjoy a spot of festive invincibility. Just bear in mind that all of this great gameplay and wholesome content will eventually culminate in the activation of one or more Wonder Seeds, which will result in some kind of psychedelic, physics-defying effect that might convince your nan that they need to change her medication again. And that's if all the talking flowers and mushroom people weren't already having that effect on her. Mario games really are strange when you stop and think about it. Number 9. Sonic Superstars. If Mario's 2D adventure doesn't provide enough platforming for you this holiday season, gaming's other big 2D era icon has recently come back with a big, cooperative, old-school bang of his own. In Sonic Superstars, Sega's Speedy Hedgehog has returned in a title that combines modern graphics with those old-school 2D sensibilities, and a completely new set of levels to traverse. On top of all this, and appropriately for our list, the whole campaign can be played through by up to 4 players cooperatively, just like Super Mario Bros. Wonder, providing Sonic fans with the unique opportunity to line up their friends and family members and assign them the appropriate Sonic character. Flying Fox Tails, Tough Guy Echidna Knuckles, and hammer-wielding Hedgehog Amy are all available to accompany the Blue Blur on his latest robot-smashing, loop-running escapade. Your fellow couch dwellers are sure to have a great time as they take control of the familiar characters and coordinate their jumps, spin dashes, glides, and hammer strikes in graceful displays of speed and precision as you effortlessly put a stop to the nefarious Eggman's schemes. That, or you'll all get relentlessly bounced into traps and badniks as you're repeatedly outfoxed by that trademark tricky level design. But either way, at least you'll be doing it together. Aww. Number 8. Portal 2. Like those classic Christmas songs that never seem to be bettered, Portal 2 is an almost 15-year-old game that's still one of the finest couch co-op experiences around. Offering an extensive adventure sustained by stellar writing and voice acting, an imaginative premise, and the kind of puzzle design that makes you feel like a genius for cracking it, it is not to be forgotten this festive season. Following on from its groundbreaking predecessor, Portal 2 tasks players with solving a facility infinity full, that's all one word, of puzzles using the iconic portal gun, which can instantly place portals between two locations on certain surfaces. Using this incredible device, which may or may not be similar to the type of technology Santa employs to get in and out of people's houses on Christmas Eve, players can reach unattainable locations, manipulate physics, and redirect lasers, projectiles, and light bridges in order to progress. The two-player cooperative campaign stars the delightfully characterful robots Atlas and Peabody, and while the deeper implications behind the story aren't exactly filled with festive cheer, these two adorable automatons are sure to provide plenty of smiles throughout the adventure. I mean, just look at them. Maybe just don't play right to the end though if you find yourself getting attached. God bless us, everyone. Number 7. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Nintendo and HAL Laboratories' iconic pink blob, Kirby, is so round and adorable that you could just put a hook in him and hang him on a Christmas tree. Sorry, no, hook is kind of a violent image. I meant a loop of thread. He also embodies one of the most ancient and revered of Christmas traditions, that of relentlessly devouring everything in sight. In his most recent outing, Kirby and the Forgotten Land on the Switch, Kirby takes the endless hunger to another level, gobbling things like cars in one bite. And I thought I overate at this time of year. In keeping with the Christmas spirit, Kirby has seen fit to share his spotlight in Kirby and the Forgotten Land with the creature known as Bandana Waddle Dee, resulting in a cooperative adventure for Nintendo fans to consume on those cold winter nights. And quite the colourful adventure it is too, featuring the two adorable companions as they explore what appears to be the remnants of our very own civilization following some kind of apocalyptic event. Wait, that's not very Christmassy. Just forget about that aspect of the game and concentrate on the cute things, okay? Apocalyptic connotations aside, with its laid-back pace, fun boss fights, abundance of collectibles, and delightful visual design, you will not regret making Kirby and the Forgotten Land your cozy co-op game of choice this holiday season. Number 6. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge. Those timeless turtles have been more or less relevant since their inception in the late 80s, with various movies, revivals, and reboots appearing over the years to keep the franchise firmly entrenched in the public consciousness. Thanks to this longevity, multiple generations likely have treasured memories of receiving Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures for Christmas. As such, those heroic pizza-loving dudes may well trigger cozy Christmassy feelings inside various members of your family, making tribute game's side-scrolling beat-em-up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge a bodacious option for some festive gaming this year. We hope you've got a big sofa though, because this one offers up to 6-player local co-op, meaning even Grandpa has no excuse not to get involved. All 4 of the titular reptiles are playable, along with the wise and formidable Splinter and the glamorous and capable April O'Neil. Hockey stick-wielding vigilante Casey Jones is also unlockable, just in case someone wants to be edgy. Bright, fun, nostalgic, easy to pick up and play, and with a sensible campaign length that should see Shredder soundly defeated in about the time it takes to cook the average turkey, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge is ideal fare for some festive family multiplayer. Number 5. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. What would Christmas be without Santa? And what would Santa be without his big old sack, huh? Alright, it's a tenuous link, but Sony's platformer, Sackboy: A Big Adventure, is still an ideal candidate for cooperative seasonal gaming, thanks in no small part to its abundance of charm and wholesome content. Allowing up to 4 players to dress up their sack-based avatar and join in the fun, Sackboy: A Big Adventure is one of those high-quality titles that's simple enough for beginners to enjoy, but offers enough depth to keep advanced players entertained too. It's an ideal cozy couch co-op game, obviously because of the top-notch gameplay and content on offer, but also because its characters and many of its environments look like they're made from the same sort of material as a cozy couch. With all this in mind, we can't think of many things that would be warmer and more snuggly after a day in the frosty air than cozying up with a loved one and joining Sackboy and his friends. Also, the elder sack person, Scarlet, is voiced by Dawn French, giving the game an extra air of Vicar of Dibley Christmassiness too. It's almost a festive overload, this one. Number 4. Cuphead. Speaking of festive overload, we're well aware that there might be some of you out there who don't get what all the fuss is about when December rolls around. Maybe that friend or loved one that's come over for a visit is filled with a little too much Christmas cheer for your liking. Well, a quick blast on Cuphead is sure to beat that out of them. Starring Cuphead and his brother Mugman, the game follows the pair as they get into trouble with the devil following some poor decisions in a casino, and allows 2 players to control the aforementioned anthropomorphic items of crockery as they chase down the devil's debtors. The gameplay takes the form of boss-heavy run-and-gun shooting using Cuphead and Mugman's magic finger bullets, and is famous for a difficulty level that demands pinpoint precision and lightning reactions from its victims. Sorry, did I say victims? I meant players. Featuring at least 3 things that are associated with Christmas, that is, old cartoons, receptacles for warm drinks, and crippling debt, Cuphead will be sure to test friendships and family ties with its fiendish difficulty. A word of warning though, if you're the type to get more stressed out than usual over the Christmas period, maybe leave Cuphead on the shelf until January. Number 3. Overcooked. One thing that many of us don't do enough of at Christmas is spare a thought for those who have to work during the holidays. Staff in the emergency services, healthcare, retail, utilities, and other such sectors don't tend to get as much time with their families during the holiday as they'd probably like, and workers in the hospitality industry are in the same boat. Luckily, Overcooked All You Can Eat, which is a double pack containing both Overcooked games, gives you and your sofa buddies the chance to honour those stuck in sweaty kitchens when they should be celebrating by sharing in the chaos, confusion, and pressure experienced in busy sculleries around the world. Offering an expertly prepared couch co-op experience for up to 4 players, Overcooked combines simple mechanics with devious level design and a perpetually ticking clock. Expect lots of mistakes as customers are left waiting, washing up is left unattended, and ingredients are mixed up, and much like in a real kitchen, these mishaps are guaranteed to lead to foul language and finger pointing. I love this time of year. It's all in good fun, of course, and once everyone gets the hang of things and learns to cooperate, you'll all be putting Ainsley Harriott to shame. Don't know about yours, but I'm sure my family can manage that. Joyful and effortless cooperation. Yeah, sounds just like them. Number 2. Baldur's Gate 3. Let's say you're in the opposite situation to those poor waiting staff, sous chefs, and pot boys of the world, and you've got lots of spare time on your hands this December. Seasonal preparations are complete, work is finished, and you've got between, say, 50 and 140 hours to kill. If that does sound like you and you have access to a like-minded associate, then perhaps I can interest you in a branching tale of heroism, adventure, danger, and betrayal. After proving to be one of 2023's very best games, Baldur's Gate 3 is sure to be on lots of Christmas lists this year, and with the entire campaign playable in split-screen 2-player co-op, meaning you and a loved one can venture forth into the wilds of Faerun hand in hand, the game is spreading that wonderful message of togetherness too. I mean, what could be more festive than a desperate bid to remove a parasite from one's head while being hounded at every step by power-obsessed omniscient forces of earthly, interdimensional, and abyssal origin? I mean, let's face it, it's a story that's becoming as familiar and traditional as the one with the star, the shepherds, and the manger. Maybe we'll even see it reenacted in primary schools soon. Get those illithid costumes ready, mums and dads. And number 1, The Quarry. The last game on our list is for those that aren't quite ready to let go of that Halloween feeling yet, or those who like the spooky side of Christmas, you know, ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future and all that. The Quarry is a spiritual successor, spiritual, like a ghost, to Until Dawn, and offers shivering sofa buddies the chance to not just snuggle under the blankets, but hide under them, as a horrific tale based on isolated hunted teenagers plays out on screen, with supernatural creatures creatures and psychopathic locals perpetrating unspeakable acts of violence, all in the name of entertainment. The local cooperative play has participants taking it in turn to control the different characters, making quick-fire, high-pressure decisions that could result in temporary respite or an untimely, grisly demise. While someone else is in control, other players are free to either enjoy the spectacle or offer advice and encouragement, waving hands and pointing fingers and berating their companions when things inevitably go very wrong. Sure to get the whole family involved as the on-screen tension ramps up, The Quarry offers an exciting cooperative experience where everyone is sure to be invested in the fight to keep all of the teenagers alive, or kill them all off, depending on what your family is like. Hey, we won't judge, but it might get you on Santa's naughty list, so think on, yeah?